Welcome to the Fox 17 Rockin' Review. I'm sure most of you know the very talented Steve Cropper from his years with Stax, a Grammy-winning guitarist. That was for Dock of the Bay, I believe. And then, Songwriters Hall of Fame. And, you're one of the most heard guitar players, like, around the world. Because I told you this when we were talking off camera, that you have your own Pandora channel.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
And you just played a big show Monday night here in Nashville at Acme.
And I do a radio show there every Wednesday.
Yeah, and
which is aired on Thursday morning, I think.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. You've got your own radio show now.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? And we got more
Acme.
coming in the future.
And so, do you bring in guests on Acme, or how does it work?
I do, and we haven't really stepped it up much lately, but I've had several people on. I had John Hasse from the Smithsonian Institute. He was down. And I had T.G. Shepard on recently, and we had a blast, because we're old friends anyway.
Yeah, T.G.'s a great guy.
He's just a super guy, so we had a lot of
So
fun.
now, do you bring in some of your favorite vinyl and everything, and some of the,
I wouldn't say I bring it in, but yeah, we pull it up and play some of my favorite songs, and we talk about them, and we talk about, what we did, how we did them, and produced them and so forth.
Well, we were talking earlier too, you've gotten very involved with the Musicians Hall of Fame here in Nashville. Right. And I think that's great, because I think so many people here in town, and also tourists, like we were talking about, don't realize what an incredible museum it is there.
It really is, and it will happen in time, but the world needs to be educated to this great museum. There's such wonderful instruments and stuff that are there that people would not expect to see an Elton John piano.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing.
Or Jimi Hendrix guitar. They just would not expect to see that.
And it's like hidden underneath the auditorium. And when I go down and I wander through, of course, I'm like you, it's like I'm looking at all the music gear going, wow, it's just amazing, Well,
I was in on the front end when Joe Chambers was taking me around and said, we're going to do this here, we're going to do that there. And now it's all coming together, and it's amazing what he's done with it. So I found a friend there in Joe Chambers.
Oh, you have?
He really knows his work. He knows the musicians. He knows the equipment. He just knows about it, and that's great.
And you have played with so many talented musicians over the years, and your close friend Donald Duck Dunn, that you guys worked for so many years with the Blues Brothers and with Stax and with everything. And I wanted to show the songbook also that I found from my teen years. Right there it is, the Blues Brothers Souvenir Songbook. And I was always trying to copy your guitar licks, because we played like half the songs out of here. And then on the back is your picture. There it is up in the corner.
Yep.
And it's like,
the skinny guy.
It's still tall, powerful. And it's like, man, you guys had such a great band. And so the Blues Brothers are still recording and everything.
We're still out there, and this year started 28 years in a row. We've been on the road with what we call the original Blues Brothers band. And the reason we call it the original is to educate people that we're the guys that did all of the original stuff and did the movies and, did the albums. And of course, when Belushi died, which was in, 83, I think.
I think you're right.
We just looked at, it's over with, da-da-da-da-da. And then Donna Dixon, Dan Aykroyd's wife, put together a surprise birthday party, taken from the movie. She says, we're putting the band back together as a surprise for Danny.
We
really did surprise him. A lot of times you can't surprise people, but we did.
Wow.
And so we came off stage that night at his place up in Canada, and Lou Marini and I looked at each other and said, we've got to keep this going. So we've been doing it for 28 years.
That is amazing.
And we leave again in 2 weeks to go, we do the Netherlands, then we go down to Italy, and then we're doing Spain, and it's amazing.
How great is that?
It's fantastic.
Well, and the music still holds up. You and I were talking earlier, that your guitar style is different, and that you're not showboating, you're actually like part of the vocals, right?
Well, if you're making an instrumental album, you want to show what you can do.
Right.
If you're not, you want to do something that helps the other person. You want to listen to that singer and play accordingly. And the thing about being an instrumentalist, like with Booker T and the MGs, because we had a reigning career for about 9 years. We were the #1 instrumental group in the world for about 9 years. And yes, I'm a Grammy winner and a Hall of Fame, but they gave us a Lifetime Achievement Award as Booker T and the MGs.
Right.
So what I was going to say, that we played as a band. There was really no one individual out of the four of us that wanted to just jump out and stand out and do all that. And even live, we didn't do that.
Well, and it all fits so well,
took
Steve.
our moment and played it.
Yeah, but each of the moments shined. And you were known for coming up with some of the most recognizable guitar riffs. you know?
Well, I was very fortunate. I mean, I was playing at the time, coming up with something that I thought fit the situation, and other guys would be sitting at home trying to learn those licks. You know?
I was one of those guys at home trying to learn your licks.
If I could have got out there and helped them, I would have. And I've always said, you know, if they said, well, how come you were so successful? I said, I don't know either. If I could bottle it, I'd give it to everybody.
Well, you know, I thought it was so amazing, like I told you when I was reading about you recently, to where, you know, born in Willow Springs, raised in Dora, Missouri,
right.
And then from there you went from Memphis, you know, and really got your education, you know, in the rhythm and blues, and then L.A., and then now you're living here in Nashville, and once again, your career is exploding again.
Well, it's been fun, and that's the neat thing. We make fun out of everything that we do.
Right.
And Duck Dunn, you brought him up.
Yeah, yeah.
He used to sit down on a session, and the first thing out of his mouth was, we're not going to make work out of this, are we, boys? So that loosened everybody up, and everybody played as friends and had fun. There was nobody trying to cut
Well, you know, and I was talking to you also about your signature PV, you know, Cropper model, too.
Right.
And what a
The
great
Cropper
guitar.
Classic.
Yeah, what a great guitar.
It is a good guitar.
So
a lot of guys don't know. They just buy it because it has my name on it, or for whatever reason. Most people wouldn't necessarily buy a PV because it's not in the mainstream of guitar equipment. And PV Hartley himself is more into the equipment like amplifiers and consoles and that. But he did have and still has a great guitar business and makes great basses and stuff. And
well, and I thought it was a testament to you caring about your fans too, Steve, in that you didn't want to just, you know, do a $3,000 signature model. You wanted something that
sort of
kids
being in it for the money
and people could afford.
Right. So when a young kid says, Dad, I want a guitar for Christmas,
right,
I can get you this one.
Yeah.
It's you know, and it will play like those big $5,000, $10,000 guitars. It plays just
and like
as
you
good.
said, you know, and I think that was the best advice you said a little while ago, to where if a guitar sounds great unplugged,
it's going to sound good plugged up if you find the right amp and combination to put it with.
And you were always a master of finding the right combination of them.
You could go through a guitar store and just pull them off the wall and hit them, and they're either going to sound good or not. And the ones that don't, the others you come back to.
That's
so if
amazing.
You're trying to pick guitars.
Well, you know, you got your radio show. You know, you produce. You've been an A&R guy, hit songwriter. You know, so many great things, and you're going to be redoing your website now as well. Right. And that's going to be updated, and you may have a hot sauce and other cool products coming out.
There's a lot of things happening right now. You know?
So things are getting bigger again.
Next to lingerie line, maybe. I don't know.
Now, what's this? Now, so you're playing guitar with Melissa Etheridge this fall?
That's what they tell me, and I'm looking forward to that. That's fun, you know. She and I have yet to meet, actually.
Wow.
And it's sad. She was in town last week, I think.
I think you're
playing
right.
At the Ryman.
Yeah.
And David Santos has been a friend of mine for a long time, is now playing with her. So the opportunity was there. It was just couldn't get it together.
Putting things together. So we're going to see like a book and stuff come out.
She's got a radio show.
Really?
And I've already agreed. I said, when there's time, I will do your show. No problem.
And that's with Sirius Radio.
I haven't asked her to do mine yet.
You'll have to do it. It's only fair. It's only fair. She has to come on.
It's only fair, but I'll do that after I do her show. I'll say, you know what?
Well,
I've got a little radio show too.
Yeah, come on. Come back to Nashville.
So probably could have worked her in if I'd have known she was coming.
Well, you know, and I know with everything you've got going on too, it sort of cuts into your golfing and fishing, because you used to do more of that too.
I used to do a lot of that.
So you
know, when I came to Nashville, I came here to be with some friends to write some songs. But when I came here, prior to that, I was playing golf about 6 days a week.
Wow.
Which may not be a good thing. You know, if it's not your profession, you leave it alone. So now I'm back into that maybe 1 weekend a month if the weather holds.
Now it's switched over to where it's more guitar and songwriting and everything again.
And I'm enjoying that. That's good.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're a legend, and it's just a great joy to have you on the show, on the Rockin' Review, and I'm looking forward to seeing more shows that you play here and checking out your radio show, which is Acme Radio Online, right? Yeah. And then what's your website also, Steve?
Well, it's Steve Cropper or playitsteve.com. Okay. So.
Yeah, I always love it, and that's always the line from Soul Man, you know, because it's like, play it, Steve. And it's like, so it's such a perfect line to have as your website, too.
One and one only time that Sam Moore said that, and that's great.
And
neither of us knew what he was doing, but anyway.
Well, be sure and check out the website, the new radio show with Acme, and Steve's going to have a lot of other great things going on, and I look forward to all of them, Steve.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
God bless.
Thanks for watching the Rockin' Review.